Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, it's Tishy and Alicia. I have missed you so much, and this is Life on the Light Side. Oh my, I think it's been almost a month, probably 3.5 weeks since we've done this. And I gotta tell you, if I could have, I would have. I promise you. I've just been so busy. I just, if this is your first time watching Life on the Light Side, I used to do it every afternoon at 4, and tonight it's 10, and it's 3.5 weeks without doing one. But I'm really excited because when I can, we look at how to keep looking at life on the light side. Because sometimes the world can be pretty scary or gloomy or troublesome, but there's always a light side. If you'd like to see more of Life on the Light Side, you can go to YouTube and type in Life on the Light Side, Lite, that is, Life on the Light Side, Alicia Leslie, and there I will be. And we have stories and we have trivia. Sometimes we have recipes. And usually we have Tishy, who, believe it or not, just a few minutes ago was snoozing in her bed. And even though we haven't done this in weeks, she just knew. You know, that's a beautiful thing, and I want to underscore it. It's about the unseen connections. We keep thinking in a very limited way about our lives and all that life has to offer. But there's so much more to it and so much more joy. So, as for tonight, I am not making any promises about it being my usual 30 minutes. Will I go over tonight? Probably, because we haven't done this in so long. But let's just see what happens. So, we're going to start out, as we usually do, with our National Day calendar. We're looking at tomorrow because today is gone. So tomorrow is, sorry, cat hair, and it's spring, so she's shedding. But I love it. I love you, cat hair shedding and all. Okay, it tomorrow is Red Sneakers Day. Now, it commemorates or it observes uh, food allergies and their dangers, because a lot of people don't realize how dangerous a food allergy can be. Um, I will tell you something that happened to me. Uh, ooh, I went to Florida a couple years ago to visit with my Florida family, and I wanted to make Suzanne, Tristan's grandmother, a surprise. And so she had said she liked ratatouille, and I made ratatouille. And I was so excited, and I served it to her. And she sat down and she got the spoon almost to her mouth. And she looked down and she said, "Are those yellow peppers?" And I said, "Yeah." I was so excited. Yeah. And she ran, and she had already put some of the actual ratatouille in her mouth, but not the peppers. But she had to take antihistamine, whatever, to because she has a horrible allergy to yellow food color. And I thought, it's a pepper. It's natural. This is not like it's a pepper. Peppers don't have unnatural color. Guess what? They do. I looked it up. I could not believe it. The peppers, the yellow peppers and maybe the orange, I don't know, are treated with artificial food color. Duh, go figure. That was pretty scary. So much for that. Um, I don't have any red sneakers, So I can't wear red sneakers tomorrow. I don't actually have any sneakers aside from my jazzercise shoes. I got to tell you about my shoes. I think I've told you before, I'm a minimalist. That means I have what I need and little else. Because I'm a minimalist, I have four pair of shoes and two pair of boots. That's it. They're all black. So that's my shoe story. But maybe I could tie a little red ribbon on my shoes or something. And if someone asks why I have that, I can tell them about the importance of knowing all about food allergies. Okay? All right. It is also Be a Millionaire Day. It's a day where you're supposed to focus on wanting to be rich and all the things that money can give you. I gotta, money is money. Money is a substance, it's a material thing, except for Bitcoin. I don't think that's material. But money is something that you have in exchange for time and energy you have given to your life. But I think that there may be, while there's too much emphasis, I think, put on wanting to be a millionaire, being rich, and so often people want that millionaire status. They want the money. Uh, sorry, they want the money without doing an equal amount of work to get it. You know, a lot of people look at the campground that Valerie, my sister, and her husband Don own, and they look at the beautiful grounds and they look at their horses and they go, oh man, I wish I had all that. Well, do you? Would you really want it so bad if you had to do what my brother in law and my sister had to do all the many years they did to work for it? Because that's what they did. They worked for it. My brother in law, when he was a very young teenager, he went out and he would polish shoes. He was a shoe shine boy. Think of that. He would do whatever he could do to make a buck. He's done that all his life. So now he owns a business and he owns the campground, which is another business. It's kind of more like a very expensive hobby, actually. Hopefully, one day it'll turn a profit, but it is a beautiful place. But let me tell you something, the man is going constantly. So, yeah, you can have everything they have if you're willing to put in the work. You can also be very much of a millionaire by living in alignment with the spiritual principles of prosperity, which means you give. You are a joyful, cheerful, happy giver because the Bible says, as you give, so shall you receive. It does not have to be all about money. It can be about um, give your time, give stuff that you have, give your skills, give your talents. It's all about being in circulation. To me, that's being a real millionaire. Yes, Cheryl, it is so good to see you too. um, tonight I had to take out the trash. Yeah, like everybody likes to take out the trash. But I got it ready to go. One trash, one recycle. And I went outside, and this is one of the few lovely warm evenings we've had. Pretty soon we'll be griping about the heat, but right now it's lovely warm. And I went outside and I just said, God, thank you so much. Thank you, I'm here. Thank you, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been able to be with you a lot because when camping season hits, I will work. I will work 8 to 12 hour days and then go out on the grounds and tell stories for a while. But I love it and I give thanks for it, for every day that I have it. That's one of the other things. Always to be grateful what you have. Now, I remember when I moved to Texas in 2000, and I lived in this apartment complex, and behind my apartment was a pool. And Sammy and Marky and I would go out to the pool at night. And I remember nights floating on my back in the pool, looking up through the leaves on the trees, looking up at the sky and the stars. And I was in Texas in a rather urban area. It wasn't like, Connecticut, which is far more suburban. But I just looked up there and I remember those nights and saying, thank you, God. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my place. Thank you for everything. That's what being a millionaire is about. Yes, don't get me wrong. Money is important. Money will get you the things you need, but you want to handle your money consciously and spiritually. And yes, Diane, it is so good to see you as well. Well, see you, your name. um, anyway, so you see what it means to be a millionaire? We are more of a millionaire when we are happy with what we have and not feeling shortchanged. Okay, a lot of stuff. Okay, it is Pick Strawberries Day tomorrow. I can't pick Strawberries Day tomorrow because tomorrow I will be what? Working. I also would like to just put this out there. I have a dermatologist appointment tomorrow, and it's a full body check. They just check everything, see if they see anything weird. Now, I know I've said this to you before, but I want to say it again. Again, being a millionaire and being healthy, that's being a millionaire. Um, excuse me. Uh, but remember, it was just a year or two ago that I went for a skin check and they found skin cancer, which they removed. So even though you may not see anything, and honestly, I don't know how they tell the difference between something that's dangerous and something that's not. Do go and get yourself checked. I went and I'm glad I did. And I went because someone told me I should. And now I'm telling you, you should. Okay. So keep me in your thoughts and prayers in your heart for all good things as the doctor checks out my skin. And then it'll be off to work. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work I go. Tomorrow's National Rescue Dog Day. And I know I've shared with you before, my children all have rescue pets. And so is Miss Precious Tishy. Oh, I love this kitty. Love this kitty. So, you want to, if you're looking for a pet, how about a rescue pet? You know, we don't need any hoity-toity special designer pets. Just a good old cat, a good old dog with a good nature, someone that'll love and be there for you. And that's priceless. Okay. And it is Quiche Lorraine Day. Well, I don't eat quiche Lorraine because it's got like bacon in it and stuff. But I do love me some quiche. And if I can manage when I'm out there getting my skin checked to pick up some Swiss cheese, I'm going to have me some quiche for dinner tomorrow night. That'll be cool. Now, we were just talking about health and everything for a minute. And I'm hoping you got your vaccinations and that you're all vaccinated and safe. We're just getting to the point where masks are not that necessary. We kind of take it on an individual basis. If we're pretty sure we're with someone that has complete vaccination, we may take off our masks. In the church, in the campground store, we are still practicing mask protocol. Yet, you really do feel strange when you've worn a mask for so long and now you go and you see them face to face. Oh my gosh, got to remember to put on a little lipstick, because when you got the mask on, who's to know? On the other hand, you can actually identify people. People come in and they go, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Who are you?" I'm easy to spot, blue, purple, whatever color hair. I'm easy to spot. But not everybody else is quite so easy to spot. So it's another reason I'm happy to see the masks gone. But I want to underscore, be safe. I just heard today from one of our online cyber family, Laura Corbiel, who she did the little Bernie with the mittens on little picture for me. She just posted on Facebook that she was down and out for 5 weeks and is going to like a rehab center for hopefully for a week, and then she'll be able to go home recovering from COVID. Please, my friends, be safe. Get vaccinated, please. My own child said to me, one of my sons said to me the other day, "Well, I'm not going to get vaccinated because I don't know about this experimental stuff." I said, "Experimental stuff? What are you talking about? Over 200 million people have been vaccinated with very little bad side effects. Hello? What's a different experiment to see if you can ward off COVID on your own?" Oh, I know metaphysically, absolutely. I do know that we can get to a point in consciousness where we are so grounded that we can say, "I couldn't catch COVID if I tried." But you know what? I don't think I'm there yet, and I'm not going to push my luck. And remember, the Bible says, "You shall not test the Lord." Just keep that in mind. So we all say prayers for Laura that she will be bouncing around her normal, very funny self very soon. All right. Huh. Well, that's just the backup. What about what's going on now? What's going on in your life? Did you get your vaccination? Have you hopefully not been sick? Are you back to work and play and ready to travel? Oh, dear Lord, I'm ready to travel, just waiting, waiting, waiting. Um, so I want to tell you what I've been doing because, of course, that's what I do. It's kind of hard to always want to stay on the light side when you've got a big to-do list. And now that I've gone back to, my regular summer job and I'm working those long hours, all those other things I do, like visiting with you, I can't get them done. So it's easy to get a feeling of, what would I say? Guilt. Do you ever feel guilty at the end of the day because you didn't get done what you wanted to? Yeah, there's another unnecessary weight we put on ourselves that hold us down. But I have decided a few things. And one of the things I decided is that I'm going to take my time. What I get done, I get done. What I don't get done, I don't get done. And I'm going to be okay with it. Oh, Cheryl just said she graduated with her bachelor's degree on Friday. Yo! Do 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 do. Congratulations, Cheryl. You did hard work. Good for you. Okay. Speaking of graduations, I also was able to see my granddaughter cross the stage for her graduation in Kansas, and I'm in Connecticut. And I was bummed when I couldn't go out there, but I'm going to tell you something. I got a look at her so close up when she crossed that stage. I could not have gotten that look if I was up there sitting in the nosebleed bleachers. So I was very happy to have that. And we also visited on Portal, and I got to see her open her little graduation present I sent and everything, and that was a very good thing. So also I have finished my recording of The Secret of Sweetwater Stream. Now the technician takes over and has to do his job. And so I don't know how long it's going to take, but when it's done, you'll be able to listen to it on Portal. So if you haven't read my wonderful novel because you haven't had the time to sit down and read, I know I have a hard time sitting down and reading. You'll be able to listen to it. Very exciting. Um, and so here's a cute little story. So when I got to the end of the book, this is like the last couple pages of the book, and I'm narrating and everything's going along fine. All of a sudden, I stop. Oh no, there was a song in the story. One of the people sings a song, a guy no less, and I had written the lyrics. And how can I sing it? I didn't even have the music. So I'm like, uh-oh, what are we doing here? And so I told him, I said, I, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't sing. I can't do this. And he said, well, he said, he said, I do music. He said, maybe I can put something together for you. And right about then, something happened in my head. I kind of got a tune to go with it. And I said, I think I've got something going. And he said, well, you go home and, when you get a chance, do a little video, audio clip and send it to me on your voice recorder. I'd never done that before, but what the heck. So I sat down and I did it and I sent it to him. And he said, oh, great. That was great. It'll work. And he said he'd do some chords behind it. Well, today I went in to do the last reading and the last narrating, and it was the song. And I was like, oh my God. And I said, I am really nervous about that. And he said, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You did good. You listen to the chords. And he played the chords and he sang it. And I said, oh, that was really good. That was really good. But I don't know about me doing it. And he goes, you know, if it make you feel any better, I'll do it. Da-da, 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 da-da. Yes. So he's going to sing it. I kind of came up with the lyrics and the music, and he's going to, play his guitar and sing it. What a blessing. Oh my goodness. I was so happy because I didn't have to do it. And I'm having a really good time working with him. And we started because that was all we had to do. And he's going to do the song. We started with me narrating my campfire stories. So I've got a number of campfire stories. We're gonna record them and then, kind of pick out the ones we like best. And so I'll be able to put that on Audible. And also I'm gonna sell CDs of the campfire stories um, in the camp store. So see, I haven't just been sitting on my behind, but I've got a week till Memorial Day weekend, and I got to come up with a campfire story. I have to have some new ones every year. Speaking of which, I entered another contest. Remember the other contest? And as you know, I didn't make it to the second level, but I got some great feedback. So I don't know if I'm a glutton for punishment or what, but I I did this new writing contest, and it is called a 100-word challenge. You write 100 words, a 100-word story. And it's like the other one, where they give you the genre, they give you an action, and they give you a word. And you've got to write the story. So I sat down and I wrote it. And just today, I got permission to like put it up on the forums, which means I can share it with anyone. So I thought I would share my 100-word story with you. So as we're doing our catch up, we're getting a story too. So bear with me and I'm going to get it. So I'm not going to be seeing you. I'll be reading my story, my little teeny story. Okay, so before I do it, again, it wasn't anything I relate to on a normal basis. The genre was suspense slash thriller. Yeah. The action was treading water or tread water. And the word was trick. So those were the things I had for the story. All right, so let me share my story. Okay. It's called Beach Trail. That's Beachtrayal, kind of like betrayal, only it's beach trail. Herman leaned back in his sand chair at the water's edge. Warmed by the sun and drowsy from the booze, he fell into a deep sleep. The tide came in. Waves licked at his toes, then legs. They eroded the sand beneath his chair. It toppled over. His body rolled into the water, now still startled awake. Panic. He demanded his legs tread water and pedaled frantically. In mind only, his body lay paralyzed, poisoned. The water flowed into his nostrils. Only his brain and eyes functioned. Then he saw his wife and best friend kiss and walk away. They had tricked him. Well, that's not like any of my other stories, but it's 100 words. It fit the bill. And again, I consider that I won simply because I finished the task. So that one, I'm not going to find out. Um, I'm not going to find out about that one until July 24th, whether I make it to the second level or not. Again, if you want to stay on the light side, don't be afraid of challenges. What do you want to do and why aren't you doing it? If you can't answer that question, I'm calling you out today. Give it a shot. You know what Dale Carnegie would say? He'd say, "Okay, so what's the worst that can happen? Chances are, if you don't succeed, you probably will still be alive. You will probably not have to go to the hospital, of course, unless it's rock face climbing or something dangerous. And you will have a chance to try again. So I hope you all can think of something you would like to try. I'm just trying to read the little things. Let's see, you should write a campfire story of your life on the light side experiences. Who knows? Who knows? I got some little scribbled down ideas, but yeah, and that's another thing. No matter what you want to do, ideas are our inheritance from God. As children of God, we have access to unlimited ideas. One time I was thinking about changing jobs. This was like 50 years ago. And I found, I was saying, what would I do? What would I do? What would I do? Do you know there's this big, and I remember this was like, okay, 40 years ago, a big fat catalog. It was all job titles. There's probably even more today. Well, maybe some of them have fallen off, but sometimes those ones that have fallen off come back in another form. Remember, we got all this high tech stuff. We also need high touch stuff. So keep that in mind. All right. What else is here? Very busy doing reservations by the grace of God. We are getting lots of people that want to come camping. So it looks, far more exciting than last year, which at last year at this time we couldn't even open because of COVID. That is just so exciting. Oh, Cheryl said, I'm so glad to spend some time with you again. I'm going to miss these daily videos. I thank God you were here during this last year. Thank you. But I'm gonna pop up like this from time to time. So keep your eyes peeled. And when October comes, campground closes, or even when it's a slow time, I'll be I'll be right here. Okay. Let me see. Oh, and we're getting ready. Hello, you want to not miss me? Make your reservation for Girls Weekend, September 24th through 26th at Grandview Campground. We are going to have fun. What you basically do, if you guys out there have never heard of it, uh, Girls Weekend is for women only over 21. Sorry if you're under that. When you get old enough, you can join us. We get together, we get a little crazy, we do some games, we do some dancing, and this year's theme is Gypsy Spirit. It's going to be so special. That's why we're busy getting ready for it now. Do you ever see the Chinese acrobats? And they ride on bicycles that are 35 feet off the ground, and they're unicycles, and they're juggling dishes and teapots balanced on their head. Yeah, they make it look easy, but it wasn't. There's a lot of work went into that. And that's just like Girls Weekend. We put a lot of work into it, and you can just come and enjoy yourself. So please make those reservations. We're probably going to keep it intentionally a little small again this year, because a little smaller is a little bit more intimate. We really get to visit, know each other. So, and that will definitely get you on the light side. Okay. I think every day about one of my favorite recent things that I don't know if you were participating or not, but the 30-day challenge. I I just loved that. I just loved it. And I've made it a bit of a practice in my life to start, to keep getting rid of stuff, letting it go to someone who could use it more than I can. And it brings you joy. And you know what? It makes you feel like a millionaire. Generosity, true generosity, not putting yourself in debt because you're waiting for God to give you back your hundredfold. No, generosity that flows from your heart and flows to others. If you've got stuff in your house that you're not using, especially if you have to clean it or clean around it, don't let it bog you down. Let it go to someone who can really appreciate it. Um, okay, let's see what else I have here. Oh, I just want to say, when I'm out to the trash, I think I said that already. I found a lot of joy in the fact that it was a beautiful night. The moon was out, the stars were shining. And you know what? That doesn't cost a thing. You can enjoy where you are the best you can, wherever you are. Um, Today, by the way, May 19th, would be my parents. I will still call it my parents' anniversary. And I cannot tell you how long they were. Can't remember the year they got married, but I think it would have been like their 80th anniversary. So we say to mom and dad, wherever you are, happy anniversary. Um, Okay. Okay, one last thing. All right. Now, this one, this one you may leave. Okay. And if you want to leave, God bless you, you go right ahead. And I appreciate you being with me for Life on the Light Side. This one is a teeny weeny bit kind of sort of political. Not big political, little teeny weeny. Because it doesn't matter what political party you belong to, it applies to everybody. And I was thinking about a couple of words that have been running around in my head. You hear them a lot on the news. And I think they get greatly misinterpreted or misrepresented. That's it, misrepresented. And I'm not sure. I tried to look it up in the uh in the dictionary and stuff, or even online. What does this mean? And the word is woke. You know that you hear this a lot about the woke. What is it? The woke radical lib? I don't know. But this is I want you to see how I translate it, because sometimes it's not what you've got, it's what you do with it. First of all, what is better, being sleeping in illusion or being awakened to truth? So when I hear woke, that means to me, I am awake. I can see what's going on. So don't be ashamed or embarrassed or think you're doing something wrong if you are woke. Hello? That's what we're all here for, is a great awakening. Okay? All right. Now, the other one is called cancel culture. And I guess what they're saying is that they feel that if we don't like what someone is doing, we get rid of them, we cancel them, we don't get involved with them. To that, I say, that's my choice. What's wrong with that? If you didn't like COVID-19, you'd want to cancel it. Get rid of it. If you have someone in your life that is dragging you down, that is making you feel bad, uh, get rid of it. No, you don't get rid of them. You don't get rid of them. You have other things to do when they want to drag you down. Okay? If you find that news is depressing you, cancel it. Now, wait, you cannot ignore the news, okay? You cannot, but just don't get yourself so immersed in it that you give it control of your life. Stay aware, might I say woke, but don't let it drag you down. Remember, God said, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. So you can stay up. When I was in interviews to be accepted into the ministerial program at Unity, I got a third interview. Now, getting a third interview is scary. It means they're not sure whether you're going to make it in or not. And when I got into that third interview, when I found out I was going to have a third interview, because people knew I'm in, I'm not in. No, actually, when I was in interviews, you didn't know. All you knew is whether you were done with your interviews or whether you had a third interview. And I had a third interview. And you know how you tend to obsess on something? I got a third interview. I'm not going to make it. This is terrible. I'm going to, what am I going to do? And I had a friend who said, Alicia, stop that. When those thoughts come up, say, cancel and erase, love, love, love. Cancel and erase, love, love, love. And that's what I do. So the cancel, what it's basically doing is saying, I am not going to connect my energy to that. I am not going to give you power in my life. Ever since people got up on a stage and sang and danced and acted, shows would get canceled. They would get canceled if they weren't interesting, if they weren't powerful enough, if they were boring, if they were whatever. So I proudly say that I am a member of a cancel culture because the things, and this doesn't matter. You can be left, you can be right, you can be in the middle. But if you want a happier life, you got to cancel. Do not get ensnared. You don't have to hate someone. You certainly don't have to take them out. You know, you can love and you can love and accept someone without approving of their behavior. And you can just say, I'm not letting that in my life. Cancel and erase. Love, love, love. The other day, I received a friend request from someone on Facebook that I had let go of, oh, quite a while ago. And the reason I let go of that Facebook friendship was I found the person, their posts were very disturbing to me, and they were very negative, and they were very hurtful. And when I posted things, I would get trolled and criticized, and so it was quite an interesting thing when I got a friend request. And I had to think about it and pray about it a lot. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I accept the request and, like, shall we say, bury the hatchet? What, there is no hatchet. I'm not mad at anybody. See, to cancel something doesn't mean you're mad at anybody. It just means this isn't working for me. So what I did is I went back and I looked at their page and I saw that basically they hadn't changed. And I remembered being trolled, and I remember being criticized and called out and picked on without cause. And then there came the day when I was told, I don't care about your research. I don't care about your facts. And I said, I'm not going to accept that friend request. Doesn't mean I'm condemning. Doesn't mean I want the person off the planet. It means I don't want to allow that energy to harm my life. I'm more than happy to be polite and gracious and enjoy the things we enjoy together. That opportunity comes up, but I'm not going to let myself be hurt anymore. And I suggest the same thing for you. This was fun. I have missed you. I will try to get back to you. Yes, for those who are waiting for that closing book study on Rise of the False Gods, it's coming. It's coming. I just haven't done it yet. Busy. But thank you for being here. And until we see each other again in cyberspace, I hope I do get to see you soon, in person even. So take care. God bless you, and have a bright, beautiful, better than average day. Bye bye.